watching KOIN News AM Extra at 7 with Emily Burris, Travis Tyke, and weather with Kelly Bayer.
Well, January is National Blood Donor Month, and this January falls at a time when the blood supply in the Pacific Northwest is at an all-time low. Bloodworks Northwest issuing a code red with hospitals here facing a high demand.
Yeah, Bloodworks Northwest needs to book more than 25,000 appointments by the end of February to meet demand. So joining us live now in the studio is Lauren Reagan from Bloodworks Northwest with more on this situation. Lauren, appreciate the time.
Yeah, good morning.
Got to get the message out there on something like this. What is causing this code red?
I feel it's always such a great time because January, National Blood Donor Month. Coming out of that holiday season, a lot of donors, right? We're enjoying festivities, and just blood donation kind of drops off our, the top of our mindset. Now, if you have anybody that's school-age kids right now, cold and flu season, so our regular donors aren't coming out because they're not feeling well. That coupled with tons of different things going on. So in the past 2 weeks, we have done emergency shipments to hospitals in Texas and Tennessee because their winter weather is really impacting their blood supply. And this week alone, we've had 2 patients. We had 1 trauma that took 100 units.
Oh my God.
To save their life. And then we had another patient in liver failure that took an additional 20 units.
Oh my goodness.
So when we say 1,000 donors a day, that could go to just a handful of patients.
Wow.
So we're seeing that, and local hospitals are starting to feel the
Interesting to remember some of these, natural disasters or devastating incidents around the country to send shipments, and so it's great aid, but that means that we are straining our own resources here too. So what do we need to see in terms of donation here to get the Pacific Northwest back to a safe level?
Yeah, like Travis mentioned, we have 25,000 open appointments between today and the end of February. So really anybody, if they can find a location, come out and donate.
What if you haven't donated? I mean, talk about the process here. Is it time consuming to do? Is it easy to do? I will happily raise my hand. I'm not a perfect example. I have not donated blood myself, and a lot of times it's because I get freaked out. Needles. Yeah. And so, I mean, how do you talk to people who maybe you need to reach out to the me's of the world to come in and donate blood, right?
Well, we'd love to see you come out to one of our donor centers.
Yeah, I'll do it one of these days. I will.
If it is your first time, I always recommend coming to one of our brick and mortars, which is in Beaverton or Vancouver. From check-in to cookie is going to be about an hour. And the great part, that's all. Check-in to cookie, yeah.
Yeah, you do get a treat when you're done.
There you go, all right.
And there's a wide variety of treats also. So we're going to, we're going to do some paperwork. We're going to test all of your vitals, test your iron levels. And the actual time of needle in arm is only 5 to 6 minutes. So out of that whole hour, you're not going to have a needle in your arm. We're going to just walk you through. And we have fantastic phlebotomists. I have been poked by almost everyone in the Portland metro that we employ, and they walk you through step by step, and we're going to talk to you throughout. It's a conversation, and you'll be imagine like how quickly time flies when you are engaged with our staff or other donors that are in the area, next door neighbor to your bed.
Yeah,
they do try to make it pretty quick and painless, and yeah, you get a little fun snack at the end. It's not too bad. What's at risk here, Lauren, if we continue to see this shortage in place? I mean, do hospitals here in our area have to make some tough choices?
They will.
Yeah.
We have a medical team that's behind us at Bloodworks, and they will start putting out parameters, and we're going to have to almost triage people when you're coming in. And that is going to affect our families that are, patients receiving chemotherapy. So I always refer to it in my own discussions as kind of like a slow burn, because those patients need 1 to 2 units maybe every couple days, once a week, and that's when they're not feeling well. Symptoms of when you have a low hemoglobin is going to be like migraines, kind of dizziness. So it's not a great experience for those chemotherapy patients. And if we have to start triaging, sometimes they may have to wait, instead of getting their blood right away, they may have to wait a couple extra days, maybe a week. And when we have a high volume of trauma, prioritize being able to save lives.
Well, I'm glad we were able to help get the message out there. If you're like me and haven't donated, maybe now is the time, because the need is great. So, Lauren, really do appreciate the time. Happy to get you on the show.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, if you do want to make an appointment today, we've got a link on KOIN.com where you can find a location near you, get that donation on the books so we can not get to that triage point.